over 90% of reality creation is complete when you do this one thing. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it and how it will absolutely transform your life. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm gonna show you why and how 90% of the reality creation process is complete with one simple thing. And I think that when it comes to what's really powerful in life, many times it is the simple things. The simple things that as you do consistently changes everything. And I look back at my own success now and how I've been able to live in abundance and really live my dream life. Just 3-4 years ago, I was working a job that I did not enjoy. I had no sense of direction. I didn't know which direction what to do. I didn't feel like I had the willpower. I felt like I was somebody that was just kind of lazy and sitting around kind of hoping, wishful thinking. And then I realized this thing that I'm gonna be sharing with you, which changed everything. And that's why now, not to brag or anything, but I'm in a really cool Airbnb in Tulum, Mexico. I'm here for a month. After that, I'm going to Costa Rica for a month, and totally, I live a lifestyle that I used to dream about now because of this one thing. So many of you may have heard of how I talk about how beliefs create our reality. Our beliefs create our reality. What we believe to be true on the inside is reflected on the outside, and then that's what we experience, that relationship of how we relate to ourselves, what we believe to be true about reality. So if we believe that reality is hard, then reality will be hard. If we believe that things don't come easily, then they won't come easily. Almost think of it like the universe is always saying yes to whatever belief we have. So if we're like, oh, relationships are very hard to attract. Yes, it is. The universe goes, yes, you're so right, Aaron. You're so right. And then it's like, oh, money is very easy to attract. Let's do a positive belief. Money is very easy to create in my life. And the universe goes, yes, it is, Aaron. Yes, it is. The mirror, the reality that we live in is just a mirror. It's mirroring back our beliefs about what we believe to be true and our beliefs about ourselves. So this is the key. It's understanding how our beliefs create our reality. Now, beyond that though, this thing I'm about to share with you changes everything. I talked about this before. It comes from a book by Neville Goddard. It's a concept. He's an old school law of attraction teacher. Maybe I'll kind of walk around too. Can you smash that like button if you want me to do videos where I walk around and show you some stuff? This is the Airbnb, by the way. This is where we're staying. And I'm with my best friend, Lior, who a lot of you guys know. And this right over here is the backyard, which is really cool. I ground myself in grass every night. I'll show you guys my room. So the idea from that of Neville Goddard is assume the wish fulfilled. This one thing, assume the wish fulfilled. It's almost as well like that belief, have certainty and expectancy, not attachment to the outcome, but an expectancy that that belief comes to pass, that belief is reflected back in your life. So I'll talk a little bit about how this translates into reality and what you can do about it, but assume the wish fulfilled. When I look back at my own life, when I simply decided that I was gonna be a full-time YouTuber, when I was just having an epiphany in my own mind, as I'll share with you in a minute. When I had this epiphany, it changed everything because I was walking around my dad's house. Many of you may know the story, and I just decided I'm gonna make a video every single day. This is who I am, the level of identity. Our beliefs come from our identity, how we see ourselves. But if you assume the wish fulfilled, if you assume that you are that best version of you, what will happen is then you begin to see different things in your life that reflect back that new reality. So assume the wish fulfilled. Assume the desire is already in your life now. Now think of this. If we're always waiting, if we're like, oh, in the future that thing will happen, we're projecting ourselves to the future, which isn't here right now. And in the present moment right now, it's always just a little bit further away. We're so close, it's almost there. But instead, assume the wish fulfilled now. Assume the wish fulfilled now. How are you being? That epiphany I had earlier is about being. I was being a full-time YouTuber before I was a full-time YouTuber. I tried on that vibrational reality. Every single one of you may have something that you're passionate about, and you can live in it vibrationally before you experience it on the outside. But here's the thing, you have to assume the wish fulfilled, and you have to expect it. Not be attached to the outcome, not be like resistant. You have to expect it. So there's these different aspects of that, of belief, that I'll tell you with you in a minute. There's meaning and expectancy. I'll tell you a little bit about that. This is the room, it's my room right here. This is, that's where I meditate, right there. This is, yeah, it's pretty simple, but it's nice. They don't have shower curtains here. And then this is the outside. Yeah, it's really cool here. It's really nice. You can kind of see we got bikes out there. And then maybe I'll go show you upstairs as well. So there's two different main types, like the beliefs that we have. For example, somebody can say, oh, I believe this. But if they don't expect something to come from it, then it doesn't actually really work. And if you believe it though, then there is a level of expectancy. Now, for example, they've done studies before that show, like for example, if somebody, when it comes to beliefs create reality, if somebody goes to a doctor and they believe in a doctor, they believe in pharmaceutical medicine, then they will have results with that kind of doctor. If somebody goes to a doctor and they don't believe in Western medicine, or they don't believe in that kind of treatment, then they won't get that belief. They won't expect it to work. Now, both can work. They said somebody instead goes to like a holistic doctor, which is more about aromatherapy or acupuncture. They believe in that, let's say. Then that belief will then come to pass if they put their energy into it, if they believe in it, if it's something that's in alignment with their belief system, you see. But if they don't expect it to work, if somebody's like, oh, I'm just doing this because my family wants me to do it, even though I don't believe in Western medicine, then it may not work. You see, how do you expect it to work? Now, what does that look like for you? Well, this is where reality gets a little bit fuzzy, because I'm starting to realize this in my own life. Like, for example, in reality, we create our own reality based on our beliefs. Then we take action that reaffirms those beliefs. So part of me looks at like how hard I work on YouTube. I make videos every single day. Well, I love making YouTube videos. However, is it that making daily YouTube videos is what makes my channel grow, which could say yes, it taps into the YouTube algorithm, or is it my belief that as long as I create videos every single day, then my channel will continue to grow, so therefore I'm pumping out content that every now and then pops and has the channel grow? Do you see? Is it really the truth, or is it my belief in the process and following it up with action where that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy? You see, this is where reality starts to get a little bit more fuzzy, because all of our beliefs are on autopilot. I'm hardly aware that, oh, what if that was just a belief that you have to make daily videos? What if you could instead focus on higher quality videos like 3 times a week? You see what I mean? It's a different idea. However, there are people that make videos 3 times a week and they do very, very well. And if they were to do every day, it would actually hurt their channel. Maybe it's a different belief for them. You see, these are the kind of things I think about, because I realize that all of our beliefs, many of them we're unaware of. It's like, oh, well, relationships just naturally are. If you're in a relationship, you just don't have freedom. That's how I viewed relationships for a very long time. And even now, part of me does view relationships as a little bit of in a way, kind of a deterrent, like a lack of freedom in a way. Because I love my freedom so much to do what I want when I want to do it. And it's just a little bit funny to me, because as I look at these different aspects of my life, it's very obvious that these beliefs are there. But assume the wish fulfilled. This means backing up that wish with being. Acting, you could say action. You know, when I said, oh, I'm a full-time YouTuber, I wasn't just sitting on the couch. I was like, I'm a full-time YouTuber. I'm going to make videos every single day. Maybe that was a little extreme. I don't know. But that belief in the process, that belief in having other reference experiences, there were other spiritual YouTubers that were making videos every day, and I saw their channel growth, and I was like, well, why not me? Why not my content? I have a different perspective than that person, and you know, not better or worse, just different perspective. Why can't I share my own content? And maybe that's the key to things growing for me. But live in that reality now. 90% of reality creation is just you assuming the wish fulfilled and then being that version of you. But backing that up with action. Now let me ask you a question. Do you believe that if you really believed that you could, if you're ever wondering what your beliefs are, look at your actions. Because you will naturally take action, because think it's how you think, feel, and act. But thinking and feeling is a little bit more etheric, right? You're like, well, I know what I think and I kind of know how I feel. But if you're looking at someone else, you want to know what their beliefs are, see what they're doing in their life. See what their actions are. If they're like, well, I believe I can be very successful and abundant. Well, how are you acting like that? What are you doing for that? Are you doing your passion? Are you doing it every day? Are you adding value in the world? What are you doing to exchange the value of money for some service or energy that you provide? Well, no, I'm not doing that. Well, then you don't really believe that you are abundant. You don't have an abundance of energy to give. You see? So in the same way, you could say, assume the wish fulfilled and say, well, I'm assuming it, but you must back it up with being, which could and many times does mean action. Action, taking action. When you do what you love, it won't feel like action. I'm right in the beginning of my day, I'm making this video, I'm walking around this house. I'll show you upstairs. I'm walking up and down this, I'm walking around this house, and this is me working. I love what I do. But assume the wish fulfilled. It's almost like a level, like our beliefs in general. There's a certain level of certainty that we have behind what we think and what we believe. And what we can do is, in a way, we can just add more. Like, imagine right now the best possible version of you. Just imagine it. Imagine what you would be doing. Imagine how you would be being. Imagine what it would feel like. Imagine what it would think about. Think about that version of you. Now that version of you already exists. That's the trippy part. There's an infinite number of versions of you. That one already exists. You imagine it is you aligning with that version of you. What kind of beliefs would you have in that reality? Now as you look at that version of you, you can simply decide and take on the role, the identity of that version of you now. You can give yourself permission. But what will happen is the old story will come in and say, no, it can't be that easy. Transformation can't be that easy. There needs to be some really hard thing that I bring up from my past. There needs to be some really long, drawn-out process of me crying or emotion coming up for me to really experience transformation. But it can be simple and easy when you just decide that that's who you are. Try it on vibrationally. Try on that version of you. How does it feel? When I imagine myself traveling the world, which I'm getting ready to do in the next couple months. I'm traveling right now, actually. Traveling the world and doing seminars. I imagine that version of me. I realize that in that version of me, I have a team of people that help me to run these events. So now what I'm doing is I'm starting to put it out there that I'm going to build a team when I get back from traveling for a couple months so that I can then travel and do events. I am being that version of me now. I'm preparing. I am looking at that vision of me and I'm imagining, I'm reverse engineering my own manifestations. That's something you can do. Reverse engineer imagine the best possible version of you, and then reverse engineer the process of how you got to that version of you. So imagine you living in the kind of lifestyle that you love, you being in the perfect relationship, having the family or whatever. Imagine all of that. And as you imagine it, you're tapping into that vibrational reality. And then what you do is you reverse engineer it. You use your imagination to see, what did you do to get there? What did you do to get there? And then you simply decide that that's who you are and you're going to do those same things. Our imagination is so powerful, but sometimes people don't use it in a way that is actually powerful. So let me show you around real quick. This is the loft area. It's got a cool little eye right up there. Last night I was watching Harry Potter. I have this thing that my dad got me right here. He has hundreds and hundreds of movies on this little drive right here, which is perfect for traveling because there's no Wi-Fi here. So I connect this to there and I have hundreds of movies. This is one of the extra bedrooms. You got Victor and Patty come in. Victor Odo and his wife Patty are coming soon. This will be their room. Right now we just have some stuff in it. And they're gonna be here in like a week or two. Oh, that's kind of cool up there. Whoa, I never saw that. That's cool. That was when it rains. It was raining last night. It was really cool. So, just wanted to kind of show you around. In general, assume the wish fulfilled. That's 90% of reality creation. Assume the wish fulfilled and then be that version of you. And if you have any beliefs that say that you can't do it, become aware of those beliefs and then integrate them, those interference beliefs, and then let them go. Reframe things. Beliefs, we either expect things to work or we have different meanings to things. What do things mean in your life? It's kind of echoey. This is kind of cool. I didn't really tell. Open this little boxes right here. So, in general, 90% of the spiritual work is done when you assume the wish fulfilled. And I just assumed that I was a full-time YouTuber. I assumed that people are gonna like what I have to say. I assumed that things would eventually grow. And the thing is I'm not anything special. Every single one of you can do this too. There's no secret formula. You could say the secret formula is assume the wish fulfilled, but when will you give yourself permission to really just be yourself? The real you. I believe me making videos and me doing what I love is the real me. And that's why it's easy for me. But in the same way, you can assume the wish fulfilled. You can be that version of you. And as you do, watch your life transform before your eyes. That's how simple it can be. So with that, what I want to encourage you to do is just to know that things can be even better than you imagine. Assume it to be that way. Just believe and know expect that to be. And then be and live in that reality vibrationally. How you think, how you feel, how you act. Align to that version of you. Think and visualize that version of you every single day and just decide that that's who you are now. That's the key. Now for this process as well, the more you raise your vibration, the more you will manifest things easier than ever. I have a new survey that you can take to calibrate your vibration. People ask me all the time, what do I calibrate at? There is a survey right below. You can calibrate your vibration. There's about 15 questions there. And it will show you in an archetype your vibration. Plus, I will give you a meditation just for you to get to the top, well, just for at that level, and then help you to get to the next level of consciousness. Plus, I'll send you emails as to how to get to the next level. So if you want that, you go to whatsmyvibration.com. whatsmyvibration.com or whatismyvibration.com. I'll put the link in the top of the description box below. Calibrate your vibration, see what you calibrate at, and then see how you can get to the next level. And the meditation, I think will completely change your life. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Could you do me a favor and smash the like button if you like this video, and then also comment below. Let me know other video topics you want me to be talking on. I've been saying that in a couple of my recent vids because I want to start making some more esoteric concepts, and I want you to be involved in the process as well. So with that being said, I want you to know I love you. Peace, much love, and namaste.